All right, this is video number 2 of doing a door patch panel for an FJ40. We're over here at Vintage Outfitting where we're restoring this FJ40 frame up all the way to join our fleet of Land Rovers and Land Cruisers that we rent out to take out and have some fun with. So over here, Andrew, our resident expert on getting all this stuff done, has in the last video we showed how he cut out the bottom rusted section, put this patch panel in with some tack welds. He has been doing a bit of work to get this ready for the final weld, and we'll get caught up with him now. So Andrew, since you tacked this in, what have you done since to get this panel ready for the final line?
So I clamped it in place with the piece of channel, keeping everything flush. Afterwards, I came back and cut this out just so that I can get a dolly behind here to kind of flatten out and level the mating two surfaces.
All right, so once it's all tacked in, the goal is to get these panels leveled out before you do your final weld.
Right. You want to get them as close as possible. That way, when you're going back at the end, it's that they were level to start with, and then they can go back level once you've welded the seam.
Great. And so you're doing some of the final straightening up right down here. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
You want to demonstrate the process here to do the last little bits?
Yeah.
So you can see here, when we first got these patch panels, they were just slightly off. We got them from real steel, and we're not sure if it was just the door panel itself was just a little different, or if the molds were a little different in the way they were stamped. But you can see we straightened it out, so it will definitely work well and will look seamless when it's done. If you sight down the side, this has all been flattened out, and you can see if you just look along here, there's no twist. It's all even. So coming down to the final end here, and once this last little bit is straightened out, we'll be ready for the final weld.
So you have to get a slim dolly in here. What you're essentially doing is just backing the two with a flat surface, and these last little bits you just leveling them to a point where they're flush. After you tack, you have to grind off the excess material, that way, front and back, that way the dolly can sit flat with the two pieces of metal.
Got it. Great. So now we're ready to get
rock
started.
and roll, yeah.
Excellent. I think you went over the settings before, but you've got a TIG welder, and you want to talk a little bit about the details here?
TIG welding. This one, I've got my heat at about 50 amps. And again, you just nice, slow, consistent speed and temperature. That way you get the heat. I'll do a little short run here and to show you the heat zone that you're trying to introduce as little heat as possible. So. And so when you're done, my goal, my thoughts around it is to keep that consistent heat zone all the way down. That way everything's equal and even, and if the two mating surfaces are already flush, it'll be easy to remove that excess material on the top there and just planish it back flush.
Great.
Yep.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We'll keep this series going. Check us out, vintageoutfitting.com, on Facebook and Instagram, Vintage Outfitting, and we'll keep this project going until it's built up all the way. Thanks for watching.